It's not crazy, it's Valentino. Hello everyone, the December review here, back again with Season 2 of And Just Like That. It's hard to believe that it's been a year already since the return of SATC, and the cast is back for the continuing adventures.
Nice! That's us. Yeah.
Some spoilers are ahead, so make sure to check out the show, only on HBO and the new Max streaming app. There are a total of 11 episodes in the new season, with the first 2 out now, and the rest will be released every Thursday through the summer. I've spent a lot of time in previous videos exploring a lot of the backstory on how we've arrived here in the series. The plot for Season 1 was pretty devastating overall, with the loss of some major characters both on and off screen. Coupled with some pretty big changes for most of the cast, Season 1 went for a slightly different tone than the SATC series, showcasing a different side of its characters and the city. For the second season, we kicked things off just 3 weeks since we last saw Carrie and Franklin, her podcast producer, on the elevator. They have started up what they call a Thursday's relationship, hanging out after each podcast show. Franklin may just want to kick their relationship up a few notches, but Carrie seems content on how things stand currently. Full cast is mostly all invited to the Met Gala, so we spent a lot of time in preparation for the event. From wardrobes to +1s and rides, the Met is a big narrative throughout the first episode. For Charlotte, that means being her usual neurotic self while balancing her family and social worlds. Well, she had planned to take Anthony, but things got shifted around when Harry decides that he wants to go. This doesn't end very well for the couple. Miranda is out in LA with Che as they are in full swing on Che's new TV show. They even have Tony Danza in the cast, whose presence provides some well-done comedic moments. Miranda is also in full overanalyze mode with her relationship, ever worried that Che isn't that into things anymore. This pops up a few times in these early episodes. So far, proves to be Miranda worrying too much. And the rest of our expanded cast is back with Seema. Well, she can't quite find the right fit in her new potential relationship, while Naya is convinced it's time to end hers, and the Wexleys get some great acted extended time showcasing the strain on their very busy schedule. Right off the bat, I noticed that the tone for Season 2 has changed. The dialogue flows a bit more, while the stakes are mostly considerably lower than at this point last year. There isn't a big, no pun intended, shocking scene to set things up. This feels a bit more in line with the original SATC narrative than before, albeit with where our new cast is now. Season 1 went full throttle at times, circumventing expectations. Carrie, who is usually the show's light, was covered in gray, mourning her loss, which casted a large shadow on her world. This was offset with at times larger-than-life co-stars in the form of Che or the podcast team. In these 2 episodes, that structure feels more centered, as the majority of the on-screen characters feel dialed back a bit, allowing for more of a realistic conversation to be had. That also shows up behind the lens as Michael Patrick King directs us with a steady, more polished frame. One where the color palette feels crisp and with confidence. There's a noticeable shift in the screen presence of our characters, one that's more assured and with purpose. While the overall tone was closer at times to SATC, it mostly felt like a drama in its delivery, sprinkling in some funny lines to keep things going, led once again by the brilliant Mario Cantone as Anthony, who's on quite the comedic winning streak in this series.
Best consultation ever.
We don't get a Samantha text just yet, but we know that it's not too far behind. Charlotte does do a name drop, though. There was an interesting line where Carrie mentioned Stanford, which seems like his character is still with us in spirit, which I thought was a poignant moment. So things are looking okay for most of our crew to kick things off. There are some pretty big spoilers on some things that happen here as the season rolls along that's already out, but it seems like all of the predictions that I got wrong for Season 1, well, they just might have needed a year to get here. But we'll cross that bridge as we get to them. So Carrie is content. Charlotte is balanced, though I worry about her and Harry as there could be some potential for a rocky stretch ahead. And Miranda is sort of managing to fit in on the West Coast, minus the cell phone, at least for now. As Carrie said back in the finale of Season 4, after all, seasons change. So do cities. People come into your life and people go. Well, for our leads, we are reintroduced to their seemingly content lives, but just around the corner, a new spark or an old flame is ready to shine.